All right, a very big welcome to you, my awesome viewers and listeners from all over the world. Thank you for joining me on another great episode of your favorite political talk show, The Truth, with Ben Jokes. 102 Nigerians slaughtered in Borno, Katsina, others, while Tinubu vacations abroad. You see, there is no other country in this world, no other country on this planet where this sort of thing happens. None. If Tinubu's son Sheyi has an accident today, would he still be on that vacation? We know he won't, but the life of the average Nigerian is worthless to him. Even if 200 people are slaughtered in their sleep again, like they did in Yelwata, this man does not care. What a tragedy. And the Nigerian Trade Union had this to say on the proposed 5% tax on petrol. Enough is enough. Trade Union of Nigeria rejects Tinubu's planned 5% petrol tax, threatens nationwide strike. You people are still issuing threats. You know the worst thing? They are not even going to stop at 5%. That petrol tax will rise to at least 11% before the end of 2026 when it will take effect. I'm telling you, this administration will rip citizens apart mercilessly unless the people revolt. Now, let us look at the top stories. First is that shocking update coming out of the National Assembly. If anyone had any doubt about Tinubu's level of tyranny, this update will put an end to that doubt. And next is that brutal update on kidnapping. Kidnappers invaded a community, and instead of going after ordinary Nigerians, they went straight to the APC supporters. As a matter of fact, to the chairman of the APC, and they wreaked havoc. Weeks after kidnapping APC's national director of administration. And this update was met with mixed reactions. Some Nigerians showed compassion. Some other Nigerians were indifferent, while others were angry enough to say it serves them right. Before I show you details of these top stories and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you this video.
Why is the president borrowing 1.7 billion from World Bank?
He also said that they have stopped borrowing.
Maybe that is not correct. I just gave you that figure now. Why is the president? Why did he borrow 1.7 billion dollars from the World Bank? Why has the Senate approved 21 billion dollars so far, and with many others coming for consideration? Many others are still coming for consideration.
Mind you,
and this government is one of the most reckless governments in the history of this country.
How do you mean?
The president who said he wanted to come and curb wastages bought a yacht. That yacht that the president bought has never been to the territorial area of Nigeria. It's between Monaco and Paris. And what do we need a yacht for? In a time of austerity, in a time of pervasive hunger like this? The president also, within few months in office, bought a presidential jet that cost Nigeria billions.
No, he said it was a gift.
I am telling you that it was purchased. Gift by who? Gifts have to be declared. Gifts have to be declared. A president who gets a gift, why was Tom David West removed from office? It was because he got a gift of a gold wristwatch that was not declared. If you have a gift, declare who gave it to you. And they called it a gift because the money used in the purchase of that aircraft was not appropriated by the National Assembly. That is why it was tagged a gift. Then, again, since Tafawa Balewa, Azikiwe, up down to Buhari, every president and prime minister in this country used Mercedes-Benz S-Class as their official vehicle. The president is using a bomb jammer Mercedes-Benz, the same type that Trump is using in America. And you say you want to curb wastages?
But you know, you're not different. Hold on, Dino.
If you allow me,
hold on.
I don't want my thoughts distorted on this particular line.
Okay.
And again, the same president, in the 8th Senate, the budget of the National Assembly was 150 billion. from 150 billion. Today, the president have increased the budget of the National Assembly to over 370 billion in order to make them a parastatal or department of the villa. So a president who said he was coming to curb wastages, who said he was coming to renew hope. I can catalog all this. Bought a yacht, bought a Cadillac, bought an aircraft, increased the money of the National Assembly, and I've borrowed like no other president in history. If you are making more money, then why are you borrowing? To the extent that the Speaker of the House of Representatives today,
I read it. He was
is also concerned, despite he's a member of the APC.
I read that he was talking about
and
how
we will not be surprised if the president start borrowing from OPE and money points.
You saw that. Dino Melaye is saying the truth without mincing words in his usual comic manner there. Now, many people have really forgotten the prices of items generally, the level of inflation before Tinubu came into office. Because when you begin to reflect on the prices before this man came in, then you will realize the gravity of sacrifice that we made when fuel subsidy was removed. We sacrificed so much as a people for the removal of that fuel subsidy. We saw prices, increasing by 300% or 400% in some cases. I'm talking of regular items that Nigerians use, food items and all. Then after making that kind of huge sacrifice for subsidy to be removed, because experts, government, and everybody said that it was only the removal of fuel subsidy that could stop the endless borrowings of the Nigerian government. But we complained then that it is not the lack of money that is the problem of this country, that it is management of what we have. People did not listen. Now, after removal of fuel subsidy that has brought this calamity upon this country, Tinubu has still borrowed more than 4 presidents put together. How do you explain this? And at the end of the day, there is no single impact of all these borrowings and subsidy removal and increased taxes on the common man on the streets. We still have to pay 5% tax on petrol before they will construct roads. The worst thing is that Nigerians will pay this 5%, they will still not construct the roads. And the tax will increase to 11% before the end of 2026. I said it, and we will still be here. We will bring it up for everybody to see. What a tragedy. If Nigeria does not end the APC will end Nigeria. Now, let us look at the top stories. First is that shocking one coming out of the National Assembly. And like I said, if anybody had any doubt about how enormous Tinubu's tyranny is, this update will put that doubt to rest. And next is that update on kidnapping. This time around, kidnappers shot directly at the APC, kidnapping the wife and daughter of an APC chairman weeks after kidnapping APC's National Director of Administration from Abuja. Let's start by taking that update out of the National Assembly. Less than 24 hours after the Speaker of House of Rep, Tajuddin Abbas, complained about borrowing, calling Tinubu a reckless borrower, he has now come out to withdraw that statement. Look at how the papers reported it. Speaker Abbas backtracks, denies condemning Nigeria's borrowing. Now, I will just stop here with the headline. Last night, I shared an update with you where Speaker of House of Representatives Tajuddin Abbas attacked Tinubu's borrowing and called it reckless, saying that Nigeria should be careful so we don't sink the economy. And in less than 24 hours, he has come out to deny that he was not really attacking the borrowing. And he began saying all manner of meaningless things, saying that he was just saying we should be careful, blah, blah, blah. But we know what has happened here. This man must have received calls from numerous APC chiefs, maybe Tinubu himself, saying, oh, So you now have the mind, the temerity to criticize our borrowing, and now Labour Party, PDP, ADC and other opposition members are hailing you for speaking truth to me, because all those other parties began to hail Abbas for saying the truth. So that pressure, that threat must have been coming, that, oh, you shared part of this loan, or, oh, your position is going to be taken away from you. This just gives you the picture of what is happening in Nigeria. Everywhere is rubber stamped. Judiciary, legislature, all under the control of one man and his cabal. This is the situation of this country as we speak. And at this point, it is very obvious that salvation can only come from the people. Are the people ready to save themselves? Well, only time will tell. And just as Nigerians were yet reacting to these updates from Speaker Abbas, that one from the APC camp began making the rounds. Kidnappers shooting directly at the APC this time around, kidnapping a party chairman's wife and daughter. Look at how the papers reported it. Breaking: Kwara APC chairman's wife, daughter kidnapped. A 5-man gang of gunmen suspected to be kidnappers have abducted the wife and daughter of Alhaji Muhammad Swasun, the chairman of the All Progressive Congress in Patigi local government area of Kwara State. The victims of the incident, which happened at Shakpefu area of the local government, were identified as Hajia Fatima, the party chairman's wife, and Amina, his daughter. Vanguard reliably gathered that the attack occurred on Sunday night when the assailants jumped over the fence into the chairman's compound, shooting sporadically to instill fear among residents. The gunmen reportedly broke into one of the rooms where they found the wife and daughter and whisked them away at gunpoint. A member of the state executive council of the party, who craved anonymity, confirmed the incident in an interview with Vanguard on Monday morning. It is true that our chairman's wife and daughter in Patigi were kidnapped last night. I spoke with him this morning. He said he was just lucky not to be kidnapped by the bandits, who jumped over his fence into the compound and started shooting sporadically into the air. He said they entered into one of the rooms where they found his wife and daughter and took them away, shooting into the air, he said in a sober voice. Vanguard reliably gathered that the gunmen reportedly operated for several minutes before whisking away their victims to an undisclosed location. The bandits abducted his wife Hajia Fatima and his daughter Amina and took them to an unknown destination, another member of the party said in an interview. Recall that Patigi and other parts of Kwara North have witnessed repeated cases of abductions in recent months, with residents calling on government and security forces to step up efforts to curb the menace. Contacted on the latest abduction in Patigi, Kwara State Police Commissioner Mr. Adekimi Ojo said he was not aware of the incident. I am yet to be informed, he told Vanguard. This is always their response. It is either they are not aware of the incident or they cannot be reached on phone. Now, this same party chairman, if they had reached out to him a day before this incident took place to talk about how well Tinubu has done in the area of security, he would tell you that the administration has been fantastic, until it has hit home now, his wife and his daughter. Tell me what a man will be living for if his family will be molested this way by kidnappers. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. This tweet here by Ochichi says, APC, an affliction into themselves and their families. The kind of politics they introduced to our national polity is not a monopoly they can bear themselves. A more rugged party that will retaliate is on the verge. Wow. And this tweet here says, well, the APC said they've dealt seriously with the insecurity in the country. Are we supposed to be sad about this news or just mind our business? Well, maybe we should just mind our business. And Imole Oshun here says, it is good as it is happening to their members in a satanic party called APC. Such a man will be fast in talking about this current administration as the best administration that has ever tackled insecurity successfully. That was what I was saying. If that same man was asked 2 days ago to come and talk about insecurity in Nigeria, he would have said the administration was doing so well that it had reduced drastically. And this tweet here by Colonel says, if only these kidnappers will be going after APC members, supporters, and their families. Wow. And Tunde here says, the other time, it was their director of administration at the APC headquarters that was kidnapped. The chicken is fast coming home to roost. Kidnappers now know they can't get money from ordinary Nigerians again. Hence, they are shifting focus to politicians. And here is it. APC director spends 3 weeks in kidnappers. Then, the All Progressive Congress has remained silent on the abduction of its director of administration at the National Secretariat in Abuja, Dr. Adekunle Adeniji, about 3 weeks after he was kidnapped. That is the situation. Nobody is immune to the far-reaching consequences of bad governance. Ever since the APC came into power in 2015, they have brought nothing but pain upon this country. I keep challenging Nigerians. The APC has been in power for over a decade now. Every time they kept saying that PDP spent 16 years of PDP. 16 years of PDP was what destroyed Nigeria. That was all Buhari was saying in his first few months in office. Now they have been in office for over a decade. Can you tell me one single thing that has improved under the APC? What was it that Nigerians were complaining about before the APC came into power? And now we can say at least that problem has been solved. Absolutely nothing that is worth any mention. It has been from one problem to another. But these men are doing all these things. They are enriching themselves and getting away with it. I don't expect them to turn around and begin to do the right things. But I expect Nigerians that are bearing the brunt of this suffering, this misrule, and all these atrocities of the APC to say enough is enough. And when we say that, we will come together, cast aside our sentiments, and then we can take back our country. But until then, make I still enter town, make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because now, because of una, now I dey here. So don't go away, don't go away.